Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be cooking chicken chow mein. I'm gonna start off with my chicken over here. As you can see, I'm pat drying it. It's already been washed. I just make sure it's not dripping water, and I'm going to be seasoning my chicken. I already cut my chicken, and the chicken that I'm using is chicken thighs. You can use any kind of chicken. I added black peppers, and I am going to be adding some soy sauce. I added about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I added half teaspoon of baking soda. You can use cornstarch, but I feel like using baking soda today. And I'm going to mix everything together, and I'm going to let it marinate for about 20 minutes. If you're new to my channel, my name is Abby and I post cooking videos on here. Please make sure you subscribe. So I'm gonna start with my veggies. I showed you the carrot and the cabbage, the purple cabbage. You can use white cabbage if you want. You can use purple cabbage if you want. I decided to use purple cabbage, and those are my prep from night before, so they're in a Ziploc bag. I'm going to chop my onions, and I'm using the green onions. I'm gonna chop this onion in 2 different places. I'm cutting the white part of the onion, which is the bottom, and set it separate. And please, if you're going to be using your cutting board, try to use a wet cloth or a wet paper towel under your cutting board. Don't do it the way I'm doing it. I'm just like speed cutting these onions really fast. So I didn't put any paper towel on there, and my cutting board is sliding, which is kind of scary. I can cut my fingers like that, but I didn't. So anyway, I cut the green part of the onions and set it in another bowl. I am going to be moving on to my chow mein, and I'm using this one, and it's about 1 pound, and it cooks for the next 3 minutes. My water is boiling, so I added a little bit of salt in there, and I'm going to be adding my chow mein. I lost the clip that I filmed on my camera. I don't know what happened, so I just inserted the Insta story from my Instagram. And yeah, so I'm just cooking it. Like I said, I'm going to be cooking it for 3 minutes. I cooked it a little bit less than 3 minutes. So I drain it, put it in the cold water after I cook it. Less than 3 minutes, I said. So I just drain it, put it in cold water, and make sure it's all drained. And I set it on a tray like this. So on the tray I have a parchment paper, and I'm going to use a paper towel to like dry it, because we don't want like a wet noodles. So yeah, I'm gonna set that on the side, and I added a paper towel just to continue making it to dry, because I really want it to be very nice and dry. So I'm showing you again my veggies. I'm using carrot, and I'm using cabbage. This were my prep. I prepped this night before because I know I'm going to be making this, and I want everything to be nice and ready to go, because I worked, so I came back around 6 and I need to go on dinner. So I kind of like prepped a little bit down for myself night before. I have my green onions, and I have the white part of the onions that I showed you, and I also have the celery. I chopped some celeries as well, just about 2 pieces of celery, and I love the leafy part of celery. Moving on to my spices that I'm going to be using. I'm using the oyster sauce, I'm using the soy sauce, and I'm going to be using sesame seed oil sauce. I'm using 2 tablespoons of all of these, and I'm going to be adding some hot spice in it, which is hot pepper, chili pepper, and I'm also using rice vinegar, not rice vinegar. I'm also going to be using sugar, and I'm using brown sugar. I don't use white sugar around my house. I use brown sugar, so this is what I have. If you have white sugar, you can go ahead and use it. So I put all of that ingredients together, and this is what it's looking like. Like I said, I used 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, and I use 2 tablespoons of sesame seed oil. I use 2 tablespoons of sugar, a little bit of a hot sauce, and I mixed all of that together. I'm adding to my stove. I added some oil in the pan, and I'm going to let that heat up, like very heated, and I'm going to add my chicken in it, and I'll start stir frying that. I'm going to fry this chicken until it's completely fried. It's completely ready now. It's completely fried, so I'm just scooping them out and set it on the side, and I'm going to move to the next thing. Next thing is frying the carrots, and I'm gonna add the celery as well, and I'm only frying this for about 30 seconds, no more than that, because I want my carrot to be nice and crispy when I'm eating the chow mein. So I'm just frying it for 30 seconds maximum. After that, I will add my cabbage and fry that for about a minute, because cabbage are more stronger and harder than carrots. So I fry that for about a minute, just stir frying it. And after that, I will be frying the onions. And I fried the white onions a little bit because they get soft than the green part of the onions. So, and I still have a little bit of the green part. I set it on the side, and I'm just adding garlic in it, my roasted garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you want. And I am stir frying the three together, so the white onion, the garlic, and the green part of the onions. So I am going to be adding my noodles and continue frying the whole thing together. So I'll continue to fry this for about a minute. It was so hard to like hold the camera and still fry the noodles and record it at the same times. So that's why the camera is not so steady. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. So I continue to fry the noodles, and like I said, for like a minute, just to like incorporate them together with the onions and garlic. So I made a little space in the middle. I'm gonna add some chicken, the chicken that I was stir frying earlier. Added the chicken in it, and I'll continue to like stir fry the whole thing together. So I'm gonna add my sauce into it now, and I don't want to add the whole thing. I want to make sure I taste it before I add the whole thing. So I will stir fry that first. If I need more sauce, I will add the rest of the sauce. In this case, I didn't need to add because it was just perfect. The taste was perfect for me. I don't want to be too, I don't want to make it too runny, so I didn't use the whole sauce. So I just continue to like stir fry the whole thing together. So these are like the leftover onions that I cut the other time and I didn't finish, so I just threw it on top and added the rest of the veggies, carrots, cabbage, celery, and I stir fry the whole thing together. And here we are. It's completely ready. Chow mein is ready to be served. This tastes really wonderful and really delicious. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up, and check out my other channel. Check out my vlog channel, my weight loss channel, and the kids channel. I love you guys. Until next time.